Hey guys, just kind of wanted to go over these formulas here and these notes. Unearned interest. Kind of in class already talked about what it is. Up here I explain it. Unearned interest, represented by the variable u, is the amount by which a finance charge is reduced if a loan is paid off early, aka an amount that the bank will not earn, so hence unearned interest, but also aka an amount that the borrower will save by paying off the loan early. So that's what these formulas are used for. Two different methods for calculating unearned interest, and they do yield a different total for unearned interest. Once you have the unearned interest, you could calculate the payoff amount. This little formula here for the payoff amount is the current monthly payment. Well, first of all, the total amount of money due to pay off a loan early. It equals the current monthly payment plus the remaining months times the monthly payments, minus the unearned interest, which would have been calculated with these two formulas. So just kind of want to explain each one of these formulas. So let's just say in this first problem, let's read it real quick. This pickup truck information, the cost was $9,345. For the financing, it's $300 down plus $194.38 per month for 60 months. The amount financed is $9,045. The total installment price, $11,962.80. The interest, aka the finance charge, $2,617.80. The finance charge per $100 finance is $28.94, and the APR is 10.5%. So tons of information, and I have to plug in what I need here. So using this formula, U equals KRV over 100 plus V would be the actuarial method. If I use this formula, it's the method called the rule of 78. So depending on what is being asked here, like look, use the actuarial method to determine how much interest will be saved under an interest, U, by repaying the loan early. So again, actuarial method, so make sure you're using this formula for that one. In this formula, K times R times V. K is the number of remaining months in the loan, right, at the time of payoff. R is the regular monthly payment, and V is the finance charge per $100 based on the remaining amount of months. So kind of tricky stuff, but either way, what you want to do is establish that, let's see, get a big bonus at work. Instead of making the 36th payment on your truck, you decide to pay the remaining balance and terminate the loan. So if it's being paid off in the 36th month and it was originally 60 months, that means there's 24 months remaining. That's what K is. Again, the number of remaining months. So again, that's 60 months minus the fact that it's being paid off in 36 months leaves 24 months remaining. So K is 24. R is just the regular monthly payment, which is $194.38. And then V is the finance charge per $100 based on the original APR, 10.5%. and the remaining number of months, 24. So let me go to that table real quick. So here's that table, and if you go to the remaining number of months, which is 24 here, and you slide over to that, the rate, which I believe was the wasn't it 10.5%? Now I forgot. I need to go back and look. But if it is right, 24 months at 10.5%, we're looking at 1130. Let's go back and double check that. This was, yeah, 10.5%. So there it is. See, $11.30. So that's kind of a little bit of a tricky idea, I think, to get the finance charge for $100 based on the number of remaining months and the original APR. Again, not too complicated, but again, could be a little bit of a tricky thought to process. So anyhow, once I have those values, right, I can just plug them in this formula to find the unearned interest. K is 24, R is 194.38, and V is $11.30, all divided by 100 plus V, so 100 plus $11.30. Once you understand what all the variables are and can plug them in, calculating's fairly simple. Multiply across the top, add on the bottom, and then just divide the top by the bottom, and you see the answer there. So anyhow, once you have that number, you can use it to calculate the payoff amount. If you go back to the formula, we'll call it, for the payoff amount, it's right here, actually, I wrote it down. It's the current monthly payment plus the number of remaining months times the monthly payment. So basically the entire amount that would have been paid if the loan didn't get paid off early, and then you subtract the unearned interest. You subtract the amount you saved basically by paying off the loan early, which you saw in the previous problem was that $473.64. So anyhow, this one, payoff, current monthly payment $194.38 plus 24 more months times the payment $194.38 minus the $473.64 we calculated from the unearned interest to come to the total of $4,385.86 to pay off this loan 24 months early, or 2 years early. The next one is basically the same thing, except using the or let's see, actually, no, not that one. This is the exact same thing. It just refers back to the problem described in practice 1 and 2. So it refers back to some of the problems, and we'll skip this one because it's the exact same as you read here. It's the actuarial method again, but right here, using the rule of 78. So it actually doesn't say that here, but we're going to use the same information from example 3. So in example 3, right here it says in example 3, right? So use the rule of 78 to find how much interest will be saved by repaying the loan early. So this is the other formula, and again, this is U is the unearned interest. We can use this formula to calculate the unearned interest, and it is going to give us a different value than the actuarial method, right? So rule of 78 formula. Your unearned interest equals, here, the number of remaining months times the number of remaining months plus 1 divided by n is the original number of months. So the original number of months times the original number of months plus 1, and then you multiply by f here, which is the original finance charge. So anyhow, remember K in example 3 was 24, so we plug in 24s for K. The original number of months was 60, so we plug in a 60 for N, and the original finance charge from that problem is $2,617.80. So you see here everything plugged in, 24 times 24 plus 1, 60 times 60 plus 1, and then multiplied by that $2,617.80 finance charge. So on top you end up multiplying 24 times 25, which is 600. On bottom you end up multiplying 60 times 61, which is 3,660. If you divide that and then multiply by 2,617.80, well, dividing that, you see the decimal here. 600 divided by 3660 is 0.16393. Multiply that by 2,617.80, and you come to the conclusion here of the answer being, well, you can see it there, $429.15. So that's the unearned interest from using the rule of 78 method. It is a little different than the other formula, or the formula is entirely different and the total is not exact. Payoff amount is basically the same thing. If same formula as the other method. When you calculate the payoff amount here, you take, again, the current monthly payment plus the number of remaining months times the monthly payment, and you subtract the interest, and you see come to this $4,430.35 payoff. So 2 different methods for calculating unearned interest, and then basically either method, whether you use actuarial or rule of 78, the payoff is calculated the same way. So thanks for having a look, and hope it helps.